Hey everyone, it's Dale here, and in this video I'll show you the strongest volume profile levels to trade this week. Let's start with the level on the British pound. So what you see before you, this is a 30-minute chart of the British pound US dollar, and in here I want to talk about a support which formed in here. The support is at 1.3556, and the reasoning behind this support is mainly the weekly volume profile on your left. This is the volume profile, which shows how volumes were distributed throughout the whole previous year. And the most important place in any volume profile is the point of control, which in this case is in here. This is the weekly point of control. That means that the heaviest volumes throughout the whole previous week were traded there. But I always watch when there's a weekly point of control like this, then I always want to see a strong push from that weekly point of control. Like in here, this is the strong push. And what this is telling us is that in this case, buyers were building up their long positions here, and afterwards they manipulated the price to shoot upwards really aggressively in this case. And that's the signal that I'm waiting for, because what I want to see now is pull back to that level, and I want to trade long from there, right? Because those players, those big guys who are active here, they should be active here again, defend their positions which they place there, and they should push the price upwards from this level again. Another thing that adds strength to that level is that we have a fair value gap in here. This small one, but more importantly, this much bigger one in here. Fair value gap is a concept from smart money concepts, and when they are stacked like this one and this one, when they are close to each other, then I look at it as if this was one big fair value gap, and in this case, because this is a bullish scenario, it begins in here, exactly at our level, 35.56. And at the same time, also, don't forget about the weekly point of control. Okay, so those are the reasons why I think that the price should react there. Now we just need to wait for the pullback and then take it from there. Okay, the next pair will be the euro dollar. So here is a 30-minute chart of the euro dollar, and in here we have a very strong push as well, similar aggressive buying activity as you saw on the British pound. In this case, it does not start from the weekly point of control, but if you take the volume profile and look into the area, you can tell that there was a volume cluster formed in here, in this area, before the price started to rise, right? So this is a volume cluster which is important because this strong buying activity started from there. And I think that buyers were building up the long positions there in this area, and then they push the price upwards. Now, when the price makes it back to this level in the future, the level is at 1.1610, I think that there will be a reaction like this, as those buyers will want to defend this place and push the price upwards again, right? Additionally to this level, we also have the fair value gap confluence highlighted in green. This is a huge fair value gap starting from this level. This is definitely a thing that adds strength to the level, and the beginning of the fair value gap is exactly where my level is, right? Now, one more thing that makes this level strong is that in the past, there was this strong reaction to this level. Well, not exactly to the level, but to this area, right? So it worked as a resistance, and when the price blew past the resistance in here, that resistance turned into a support. This is a setup that I call support resistance flip. It's old price action setup, and I very much like combining it with my volume profile setups. Okay, so for all those reasons, I think that this level should hold, and when the price reaches it, there should be a reaction there. Now let's take a look at the last one. The last pair will be the US dollar Canadian dollar. So the US dollar Canadian dollar opened with a gap. Here is the opening gap. And what I want to trade is the heavy volume zone before the gap formed. That heavy volume zone is this one. So on Forex, what very often happens is that rather sooner than later the opening gap gets filled and the price reacts to the heavy volume zone behind the gap. That's this heavy volume zone, right? So what I want to trade is the beginning of the gap. That's in here. The level is at 1.3769. It's a support, so I want to go long from there. Now I just need to see a pullback, and I would say this will be rather sooner than later because this is Forex and gaps tend to get filled on Forex. So when the price reaches this level, it will be long from there. It's backed by the gap. It's also backed by this heavy volume cluster formed before that, right? This is my favorite setup to trade with the gaps. So yeah, let's see how it goes. As you can see, I also have another level here, another long, which is here at 1.3742, and it's based on the fact that this was the place where the price actually turned. See, there was a downtrend and now the price turned into an uptrend, and there was this volume cluster. That's the place where the buyers started to jump in and where they reversed the price. So this is the most important place in that whole rejection, and that's what I want to trade. Okay, this is a volume profile setup, which I call the rejection setup. All right, so that's for that. That's the levels. If you guys are interested in learning more about volume profile trading, about my setups, and if you guys want to get your hands on my custom indicators, then you want to head out to my website, which is traderdale.com, and click this button, Trading Course and Tools, where you can check out my trading education and custom tools. Alright, so thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, happy trading.
Now, before I wrap the video up, I'd like to announce a winner of a contest we had last time. The prize of the contest were my custom-made volume profile and VWAP indicators for TradingView platform, and right now on your screen you see the name of the person who won in the contest. So congratulations to the winner, and what I'll do next is I'll do another contest for the next week. The only thing that you need to do to participate in this contest is leave a comment below this video, which I'll publish on YouTube, and next week I'll randomly pick one person to win this set of custom-made indicators. So that's about that. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you next time, and until then, happy trading!